Hello, Taurus, and welcome to Soul Guidance with Adriana. I am so excited to see you here today. I have an intuitive reading for you, which will look at how you're starting the week, what's coming in for you that will benefit you, and what is going to be your challenge this week. I'm Adriana. I'm a soul guidance coach, and I help you choose growth and abundance through your own soul-coded truth. Let's get started. We have, oh, this is nice. Joy starting your week, starting your energy. You know, I'm not sure I can really say too much about this card because the word joy just says it all. Ace of Cups is what we have here. This is an uplifted, buoyant energy, nothing heavy or down about this energy. So it seems like you are starting from a place of just feeling very good, very uplifted. You can see new starts on the horizon, like the horizon's clear, everything's open. My guides are saying a cautionary with this card, not to get too kind of high up there, not to get too, you know, everything's so wonderful, everything's so beautiful, that kind of thing. But to really keep yourself steady, keep yourself level. When sometimes we've been struggling for such a long time and things finally seem to be flowing, it's very easy to just kind of get carried away and lose sense of reality. So this is about going in with an open heart, going in with an open mind, but also keeping your eyes open. These two birds are looking two different ways. We've got this one having a great time running on the water, and this one looking back to the source of why we're feeling good, which really at the end of the day, if we go through the math, the more connected you are to source, the more connected you are to that energy of pure love, the better you feel. And so just keep that in mind. It's not the circumstances that are making you feel happy behind everything. Really what makes you happy is the circumstances draw you closer to source. And the good news about that is no matter what the circumstance, you can always connect to that source energy. When you're feeling love for yourself, love for someone else, appreciation, gratitude, that energy that you feel, that good, happy feeling is available to you really as much as you want to choose it. Okay, we're all going to go through our ups and downs, but we never have to stay in one place. We can always choose better. We can always choose higher. Okay, let's look at beneficial energy, 7 of roots, growth. Okay, Taurus, so unbeknownst to us, there is actually a lot of growth and a lot of changes happening behind the scenes that you're unaware of. This card is fascinating because we have little guy under the ground, but we have the different stages of development on top. But a lot of times transformations are not visible, especially when they're talking about circumstances around us. So if you've been wanting something to change or shift, as long as you're staying connected to that source energy, this growth is happening. This change is happening. I just really don't think this is an obvious one. It's not like the tower where it's in your face. This is a change that's behind the scenes. I want to ask if this is with you or with this, okay, external. Okay, definitely external circumstance, shifting and changing. And you know, again, we look at this language of the body language of these birds. This one is running ahead, engaged in the circumstances, having a good time, looking back to the source, but also looking back at the transformation. So the more connected you are to source energy, to unconditional love, to love, and the flow and the trust, the more you're going to be kind of in tune with this transformation that's happening outside of you. When it's inside you, it's easy to be in tune, right? But if it's outside, it's kind of like, is anything happening? I don't know. Is the cake actually baking? I don't know. But when you're connected inward, you're actually more connected outward. Okay, let's look at challenge, preservation. Okay, 4 of roots, a lot of roots here. Now, it's going to feel like nothing's happening. It's going to feel like nothing is moving, especially with this other person. But that doesn't mean that you should also give up and go into despair and just stop trying. Keep running on this water. Keep that lightness. Keep moving forward. The worst that you can do for yourself right now, Taurus, is stop moving. Stop doing what you're doing. There's a time to rest, but that's not your time right now. This is a very, like, keep yourself moving kind of thing. I feel like I'm lighting a fire, keeping that fire going. Most of the time with these readings, it's more about stop and take time for yourself and rest. But with you, Taurus, it's nope, keep charging ahead. But again, in that lighter, loving sense. Let's look at some more cards for you. Breach, 7 of Cups, and Daughter of Horns. Okay, this is a tricky one. A bit of a tricky energy here. Okay. This Daughter of Horns is looking for fulfillment and relationships with others. She can represent a new partner coming in. She can also represent, okay, I'm sorry. My guides are saying this is also a representation of connection to source. Both of these cards here have to do with potentials and beginnings. And this particular card is asking you to make sure you're looking for the correct connection. That you are connecting with the other side and with this, your higher self, with that energy, purely for the sake of connecting with it. I think I'm going to have to get another card for this one because it's not coming through for me. A lot of times when we go into relationships, we're looking to fulfill a need that we have, or when we go into these new beginnings, trying to find emotional fulfillment from the new beginning. This card is asking you to just understand you've already got it. She's got this horn dripping into her, dripping water into her, and she's got her tongue out. So you already have this source that you're looking for. You already have this connection and this loving feeling that you're looking for. If you're looking for this from someone else, then you need to trust that it's already there. If you're looking at this as fulfillment from what you're involved in, it's already there. Source can only work through attrition, through expansion, through adding to what's already there. And that's really important. If you can understand that, then kind of the world is your oyster. That we can't create out of the void. We can't create from nothing. We can only add on to what's already there. And so this breach says to me that there's a little bit of a hole, or a little bit of there's a gap in your idea of self-love. And rather than giving yourself the full amount of self-love so that this is completely closed and the water's not flowing out, you're thinking that it's going to be filled from the outside, or you're thinking that something or someone is going to fill it. And the thing is, once you understand that you already have as much love as you will ever need, then it's a playful journey to explore what it means to love with other people and to love with other circumstances. I know I'm talking about relationships, but this also applies to projects and work and anything you find yourself involved in. To use work as an example, for example, we don't really need to work. I mean, yes, we need basic survival things. We have necessities like food and clothing and shelter. Okay, yes, we need that, but we don't need to work. We would be better off thinking that we enjoy working and that it really adds to our sense of self. But really, our sense of self can be independent of work. It can be independent of relationships. It can be much more open and expansive than what we allow it to be. But we have this idea that we need something from the outside in order to feel more whole. My guides are saying one more card. This is about understanding that you have the strength by yourself to stand up and to understand that you're completely whole. You don't have to look outside. The more you can stand your ground with yourself. So when you feel yourself saying, oh, well, you know, I need this to happen, or I'd really like this to happen so that I can feel happy. Stand your ground with yourself. Stand up to yourself and say, no, I don't need that. I'm already okay in my own sense of self. All right, Taurus, thank you so much for sharing your time and your energy with me. Please leave a comment or hit the like button if you enjoyed this reading. And I will look forward to seeing you next time. Have a good one.